Hello and welcome to the channel. This is Steel City Knives, and today we are going to be talking about the Rough Rider Amber Bone series. So these are the 3 knives that I was going to give away. Well, I have given away, and the winner is Philip Winter, and he's contacted me now, and these will be going out to him. Now, because knife people are the soundest people in the world, I messaged him saying, can I do a quick video on them? And he said, you take as long as you want, mate. And you've gotta, I've never met a knife lover I didn't like. Okay, for some reason they're just the nicest people. So thank you, Philip. I'll do this and then I'll get them straight out to you, mate. So I had already filmed them as a free for Thursday, but I know Paddy don't want to do that anymore. So I'm just gonna, even though it's gonna be posted on a Thursday, I think as well, but I just won't copy Paddy in on it. So anyway, rambling again. That seems to be my thing at the moment. But let's do a bit of a review then on the Amber Bone series. So again, correct me if I'm wrong. Rough Rider do a number system, so the smaller the number, the earlier the sort of release or when it was manufactured. So good idea. I like anything like that, like how Case do their tang stamps. Sheffield is my big one for me, and they just do a generic tang stamp, and there's no age related mark there, so it can get a bit frustrating when you find something. But Rough Rider, I like it, mate. I like I like things like that. So it just makes it easier. Even if it's within 10 years, it's like this was done this 10 years. It's just something for us knife geeks to latch onto, I suppose. Anyway, so we've got 3 patterns. I don't know how I sort of stumbled across this. I think I wanted to check out the Copperhead pattern, so I picked this one up. And then I was really impressed with like the fit and finish for the price, because these are really cheap. Even for Rough Rider, these are like really cheap. And the fit and finish on it was absolutely spot on. So, cost, sometimes what you pay for is not what you get, and vice versa, I suppose. Vice versa, that makes sense. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. So the dye is slightly different on some of them. It's a lot more heavier on the peanut. And the jigging's slightly different. It might not even be in the same series, because I think one of them is a bit more of a high number than the others. But yeah, so I think a lot of people have said it before. Rough Rider is a bit of a gateway into traditionals, and it's a good chance to try patterns out at a cheaper price. But a lot of people do talk about Rough Riders in that sense, like a stepping stone. But people, we all know people that just collect Rough Riders, so. And why not? They're brilliant. The cost for what you're getting is, second to none, really. So, I mean, I like my cheap Chinese knives, and I've got a set sort of folder that I keep a case that I keep my folders in, just for Chinese brand knives. And I'd like to say Roper, but we struggle to get hold of Roper. But luckily, I found it sort of a European company that sells Ropers. So now, I've started. And Roper, they've got like a 1065 steel, really old school, sort of like carbon. And you just can't fault for their money, for their price. I think it's brilliant. So I think I've got 5 Ropers in my collection, and only one of them's got a bit of gap in and not the best fit and finish. The others are spot on. So again, you're going to get the odd, there's a slight bit of gapping up here, but I mean, this was so cheap. It retails over here at £20.95. So I'll do what I paid for them, and then if anybody wants to buy them, it just gives you a bit. And obviously these are UK prices. I know they're a lot cheaper over in America, but £20.95 for the Copperhead. The tiny toothpick was £12.95, and the peanut was £10.95. So obviously you got shipping as well now, unfortunately, because of our new rules and regulations. But still really affordable and really good quality. So if you're new to traditionals, this is called a peanut because it's in the shape of a peanut. The Copperhead is called a Copperhead because it is this bolster end is like a copperhead snake. But I love this pattern. It's just so good in the hand, and it's just like I say, quite ergonomic and really sort of pocket friendly with that sort of canoe style. You know, there's no corner of the tang to get snagged. So, and these two are just. This is the tiny toothpick, so it's really good for like fifth pocket. You know, nice little tiny knife carry. But so. We've sort of discussed why this is called the peanut. We've discussed why this is called the copperhead, and then I found some information on this because I'm a knife geek, and I think it was one on RJ's Lives. Everyone was sort of discussing why is it called the Texas toothpick, and I don't think many people knew. So me being a knife geek was like, I've got to find out why it's called a Texas toothpick. So I found one source that I thought was pretty cool, and I'll put the link to where I found it in the description box. So back when it was first carried, it was used a lot in sort of dodgy as a bit of a fighting knife by the sounds of it, a bit of a like self-defense knife. But because obviously we didn't have tactical one-hand folders back then, they used to wedge a toothpick. I don't know where they said it was, at this side or this side. They sort of wedged it in, and there was a bit of a technique of like being able to draw it, use that toothpick to do a one-hand open. So I thought that was like could be plausible, and you know why. You know, I think another reason maybe just the general shape of it is a bit like a a toothpick. But I don't know. Comments down below. Let's see if we can actually find out, and I'll put the link into it because it's just it's a short read. But anyway, rambling on again. Let's get back to the old. So this is a tiny toothpick. So it's the shield. I think is sort of referred to as the Chevrolet shield because it looks like the Chevrolet car badge. I don't know what Rough Rider call it, but yeah, and it's got some nice bolsters. I'm trying to think what they're called. I always shout at the screen when you watch a video when somebody can't remember what it is. And now I'm doing it myself. And it's got the double R bolster on there. And then let's have a look, see what this one is. So this is the RR063. And it's got China on there and 440 razor sharp steel. So yeah, if the numbering's right, this was, you know, I mean, they're still making it. So I'm not saying it's from back then. They're still making this. Well, I believe they are. But yeah, but a cool numbering system anyway to sort of help us. A few stats on this. Let me have a look at my notes. So it's 2.5 inches. The blade is, and then it's 5.5 inches overall. I think that's like 14 centimeters and 6.4 centimeters for the blade. 6.4 centimeters for the blade and 14 centimeters overall. But yeah, cool pattern, nice fifth pocket drop, and it's got a Turkish clip, California. I mean, is it Turkish clip or California? I think they're pretty much both the same, aren't they? But yeah, sort of blade shape. It's got this cool little tang bit here, so you can get your finger in there. But yeah, nice walking talk. Obviously, it's a really small, delicate blade, so it's not going to be making the nicest walking talk, but it's still there. So yeah, and nice. So, and Philip, I've cleaned these out and I've given a bit of grease, and I think still got the factory edge because I don't think I've carried them that much. So yeah, I've only found 2 of the boxes though, mate. So the boxes are this sort of I refer to as the 25-year box because it sort of states that bit of the older style. That's one of the knife pans, and then there's the other one. Because I'm a geek and I keep all the boxes, but I couldn't find the other one, mate. So I do apologise. But yeah, so that's the peanut, and the peanut is a dual-bladed peanut. I have got a single-bladed peanut that I love from Bear and Son. But yeah, and I think I've got one from Case actually. So yeah, RR110. So this is a bit of an older one. China again, 440. It's 440A, I believe. The RR. Nice clip point on there, and then it's got a smaller pen blade. And the stats on this are, and the nail nicks on the other side. Bit of a lighter dye job on here. I think that probably needs a bit of mineral oil fill. Might be drying out slightly, but yeah, look, nice little pen blade. Look at that, beautiful. Cool nail nicks. So this is 5cm for the main blade, and the overall is 12.6 centimeters, and that's 1.9 inches for the blade and 4.96 inches for overall. So what we know, we're not done the copper head. So dual bladed, look at that, centering, really good on that one. Favouring the show side on the other blade. There we go, look at that. So I think they call this like a Skinner blade, but it's like a drop point, sort of a bit of a Turkish clip, maybe California clip, but cool blade anyway, whatever it is. So, and then it's got like a normal, really snappy, really good walking torque, and then got a normal clip blade. So, but thanks for letting me do that, Philip. And congratulations again. I've really enjoyed doing that sort of giveaway. As much as I love knives, I like giving knives away. I know that's a bit strange, but I was saying to Singing Toad on the comments, he's just started getting into traditionals, and if like he was a UK guy, I'll be like, I tried to Sussex EDC. I was trying to. He was like commenting on one of my book knives. I was like, have it, mate, have it. I like gifting knives. I know it's a bit strange, but I like it when people are into. Not many people are into traditional life, so if somebody shows a bit of encouragement in them, I like to fuel that a little bit. And I'm a bit jealous of, like, I think it was Richter showing like his dad's knife, and this is a bit of a weird comment, bit off subject here as well, but he had that one knife. That's a proper EDC. That's what I mean, we all talk about EDCs, but it's sort of like everyday carry. But to me, an everyday carry is something you have day in, day out, day in, day out. And he was showing one of like his last father's knife or whatever, and he just had that knife. That was his knife. You know, when my son probably looks around at my knife collection, you know, and there's like, well, soon to be hundreds in it. You know, there's nothing that specifically we would say, yeah, that was, you know, the old man's knife. But anyway, getting a bit off topic. You know, I sometimes think, you know, what would I have if it was just my one knife? And, you know, I think that's pretty cool that, you know, somebody's just got this one knife and that's their knife, so to speak. But a bit of a random comment at the end. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, Philip. I'll get these in the post to you, mate, as soon as I can. Cheers, mate. Legend. See you later, mate.